PhilHealth is also expanding its benefit packages. Also, the state health insurer is finally getting a share in the 2026 national budget, unlike last year when it got zero. Joining the big story tonight is PhilHealth President and CEO Dr. Edwin Mercado. Welcome back, Doc. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good evening, Session and Pauline. Magandang gabi po sa lahat.
Bidang-bida po ang PhilHealth sa SONA ni Presidente. Kinakabahan na ba kayo na kakayanin nyo ba ang lahat ng mga libreng inanunsyo niya?
Hindi, kami po ay
Tuwan-tuwa.
malakas po ang loob at tuwan-tuwa po na kami po ay na-acknowledge na at we hope to live up to our promise po at talaga pong tatrabahuhin po namin yan.
With just 5 months to go before the year ends, may pondo pa po ba?
Yes po. In fact, maganda po yung aming collection from our direct members which are employed in the formal sector. Mukha pong dahil meron na pong mga benepisyong talagang nararamdaman ng ating membro, ay kusa na pong nag-aambag din itong ating mga direct mga members. At gaya po ng mga datihan ko pong naipahayag, dahil po meron tayong mga retained earnings ng mga nakaraang taon, ay ito po ay unti-unti na rin po nating ginagamit para nga po palawigin ang ating mga benepisyo ayon nga po sa utos ng ating Pangulo.
Pagkano po ang pinaplano for 2026? The President will soon be submitting the budget to the legislature.
So we have what we call our actuarially projected benefit payout for next year and also our operating expense. Yun po ay aming pong fina-finalize by September. But to give you a flavor po, this year, we're projecting a total benefit payout of about 305 to 310 billion compared to 187 billion the previous year. So it's actually a very hefty increase of about 88 to 90% kumpara po nung nakaraang taon. At ito po ay in spite ho na wala kaming nakuhang budget this year, pero talaga pong yung aming pong mga excess funds ay ginagamit na namin dahil po yung aming absorptive capacity po ay medyo gumaganda na at naibababa na po namin yung mga benepisyo dahil na-engage na po namin yung aming mga providers which are the doctors and hospitals. Kaya po yung tinatawag naming supply side o yung nagbibigay po ng serbisyo ay dumadami na po. Kaya marami na rin po ang access points na pwede pong i-avail ng ating members.
Almost double yung na-payout ninyo for this year, Dr. Mercado. Ang tanong is, masusustain ba natin ito? And yung last time natin nag-usap, meron ka ring realignment no, dun sa mga plantilla positions. Nakatulong ba yon or hindi pa yon nagkikick in?
Yeah, yung actual realignment po, hindi pa ho namin na yung efficiency, hindi pa talaga nagkikick in. Pero yung mga piniwa po namin na talagang medyo tinutukan yung cost, naging mas efficient in the process. Compared to last year, we just reported our mid-year financial statement last week. At natuwa naman po ang board kasi po yung aming pong projected na budget for this year ay hindi po namin nagamit yung kabuuan ng aming mga operating expense. At parang ang aming pong na-save is almost 50% po of the projected budget.
How did you do that? What was the secret behind that operational efficiency, Doc? And just in case may ibang nakikinig sa atin.
Una po, ni-realign ko po yung mga expenses on training and also on conferences. So yung iba po, ginawa na lang namin online. Yung iba, kung magkakalapit lang naman yung topic, pinagsama-sama namin. Yung mga hinold off muna po namin, as you know, yung aming budget for the 30th year celebration. So malaki-laki po yung natipid doon o nabawas. At yung po mga foreign travels din po na mga missions namin, medyo po ginawa ko po na very strategic. Pili lang po kung saan talagang may bang for the buck, kumbaga, kung saan makakapagbigay ng magandang na outcome dahil mas marami naman kaming ma-reach out ng mga overseas Filipinos. So yun po yung ilan sa mga ginawa po namin ng mga steps.
Well, Dr. Mercado, I wanted to talk about itong zero balance billing na inanunsyo po ni President Marcos. Maraming natuwa. But apparently, this only covers DOH hospitals. And I believe right now, 87 lang po yun at hindi covered yung mga specialty centers. Eventually po ba, Doctor, masasama na rin yung mga kidney, lung center, heart center?
But is that, sorry,
Go ahead.
may you add in your answer, what is the involvement of PhilHealth there in the zero billing? Or is that from the DOH budget?
It's a good question, Ma'am Ses. So, the PhilHealth covers substantially the statement of account of the patient. Pero hindi ho talaga ang datos namin for DOH hospitals. It's somewhere between 65 to 80%. Depende po sa efficiency nung nag-ooperate ng DOH hospital. So yung karagdagan po ay kino-cover po yan ng DOH from their own funds. Yung pong tinatawag na MOOE, yung kanilang mga operating expense na galing po sa ating general appropriations. At yung iba naman po ay covered po ng DSWD, yung kumbaga next layer po after the first peso coverage ng PhilHealth. DSWD, DMAIP, yun po yung karagdagan. At sapat na po yun to cover most of the basic accommodations po, yung mga nasa ward ng mga pasyente in DOH hospitals. Yung mga GOCC hospitals po, iba ang structure ng GOCC hospitals. Yan po yung heart center, lung center, kidney center, children's medical center. Kasi iba po yung kanilang charter as a GOCC, they have income retention and also hiring and firing functions. So talaga pong kailangan mag-generate po sila ng revenue to cover their operating expense. So ang kalimitan po ay yung mga doktor po na nagpa-practice dyan sa mga GOCC hospitals are not really the employed type of doctors that you see in the other DOH hospitals. So, yun po pinag-uusapan pa namin how to cover the ward cases also of the GOCC hospital. At
But
next
how
week
does-
na po.
How does PhilHealth come in? You're the funder. You provide the funding for these doctors and other medical expenses?
Yes po, based on the diagnosis and the procedure done, standard naman yung coverage ng PhilHealth whether you're in a private or a public hospital. So we substantially cover the cost of operations of the DOH hospitals. But they have a lot of also what you call qualified free services. Yung mga serbisyo po na hindi na nila sinisingil sa pasyente. At yun naman po, kino-cover ng kanilang MOOE or yung kanilang operating expense.
Related to that, kasi nabanggit na rin ni Dr. Mercado yung private hospitals. You also had a plan to engage private hospitals, no, to be able to provide the services that the DOH hospitals cannot and perhaps the GOCC hospitals cannot. How are you moving on that? Game na ba sila?
We just had a meeting with the Private Hospital Association of the Philippines, and they're open po to also discuss possibility of an NBB for the ward cases. Kasi yun naman yung nakasaad sa UHC law eh. Although meron pa kaming negosasyon pong ginagawa dahil may mga provision po doon sa implementing rules ng UHC na medyo gray area na nais po ng ating mga private hospitals na linawin muna.
I'd like to ask you, Doc, kasi mainit na usapin ngayon yung budget na sana ilagay na lang, according to Congressman Toby Tiangco, better for maging line item na lang yung mga medical assistants na pinipirma ng mga congressman, yung mga guarantee letters po. What is your position there? Is it better that way? And how can PhilHealth be involved in this? Na hindi yung kailangan maghanap ka pa ng guarantee letter, parang may utang na loob ka sa congressman, and it's
Saka
used...
mahirap din daw habulin minsan yung, di ba, parang habulin mo yung pondo ng guarantee letter. Minsan wala na sa posisyon. Nabanggit yata ni
Correct.
Dr.
And
Degrand.
well, supposedly, ginagamit rin ng House leadership to, you know, whip their
patronage.
congressmen into following their positions.
Yung pong whipping into position, hindi ko na po makakomentan yon. Pero yung pong issue na talagang minungkahi rin po namin na i-centralize na lahat itong mga additional na mga health subsidy into PhilHealth. Dahil unang-una po, kami po ay may sistema. So, nationwide po yung presence namin. Secondly, meron po kaming mga adjudicators, yung nagre-review po ng mga cases kung they conform with the standard of care. At meron ho kaming police powers also in negotiating with the doctors on their professional fees and also on the patients, especially for those V packages which are the catastrophic illnesses na on a negotiated basis na po kami. So parang using the power of the purse, kumbaga, the leveraging on the purchasing power of PhilHealth, kung mas-centralize nga po yung mga lahat po ng pondo under PhilHealth.
Well, Doctor, another thing that President Marcos highlighted in his SONA was the expanded benefit package. So kasama na po ang kidney transplant, dialysis, cancer treatment assistance, but on the ground, may ilang grupo po na nagsasabi na pahirapan. Mahaba yung pila, maraming requirements, there's categorization between indigent patients and those who can contribute. Ano po ba talaga ang criteria para doon? I mean, is there a difference between the benefits of those who contribute and those who do not?
Actually po, nakasaad din po sa batas natin na at point of care, hindi po kailangan na merong updated na contribution ng ating member. Although, of course, as a social contract, minumungkahi po namin na talaga pong lahat ay dapat na po contribute dito sa ating healthcare fund. So, ang ano po niyan, hindi po doon sa capability to pay, kundi po doon sa accommodation, kung saan po ang pinili ng ating pasyente, na kung saan po sila type ng room, ma-confine. Pag sila po ay nasa ward patients po, kahit po may kakayanan, hindi naman po namin pinag-ihigpitan na ganun po, i-cover po yun ng aming no balance bill at ng aming mga Z package na no balance bill. Pero pag pumunta po dun sa mga suite rooms, yung pong mas maganda ang accommodation, meron po talagang out-of-pocket na babayaran ng pasyente. Bukod po pala doon sa inpatient, ang pinalawig po namin ay yung primary care din po, yung yakap. Dahil ang adhikain nga po namin, malayo tayo sa sakit kaysa pag nagkasakit lang na-avail. At ito po, meron tayong dagdag na 53 medicines, 75 medicines po yon. At meron po tayong e-wallet na 20,000 kada Pilipino pong mangangailangan ng gamot. Taunan po yan. At kailangan lang po magparehistro doon sa inyong primary care provider na pwedeng nyo naman pong gawin sa eGov app at kayo po ay magkonsulta. Pag kayo po ay nakita at nag-dispense po ng gamot, pwede na po through our app to actually avail it anywhere in the country, in any of our pharmacy chains initially that we accredit.
Like what, sir? Ano yung pharmacy chains na yun?
Mga maintenance meds. At saka sa
Saan
mga...
po? All?
Oo nga.
75 po yon kasi nga po gusto namin instead na tayo ay magka-heart attack, ma-confine for dialysis, magkaroon po ng cerebral vascular disease or stroke, ay ma-prevent na at maibaba yung incident rate. Yung pong mga pharmacy chains, meron na pong mga 3 or 4 pero ihahayag po namin when we launch it hopefully by next week.
Okay. Anong app daw po? Sa eGov app ba? Or anong app po yun?
Yes po, sa eGov app, just go to PhilHealth and then go to, doon po sa NGAs, National Government Agencies. When you click it, makikita nyo po, alphabetical yon yung PhilHealth. Pagka-click nyo po, link na po yun sa aming sistema. Doon nyo na po pwedeng makita po yung mga provider po ng yakap at kayo po ay pwede na mag-register.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Doc. And congratulations, or is it too early? Sige, but more power. More power.
Pagdasal nyo lang po na matuloy-tuloy po ito. Salamat po.
Okay, always a pleasure having you over, Dr. Edwin Mercado Suki yan dito sa The Big Story, President and CEO of PhilHealth.